Abbey Burns leads the LSU Tigers through the 4th rotation to the balance beam as we are halfway through here at the SEC Gymnastics Championships at the O'Connell Center on the campus of the University of Florida. Let's take a look at the scores through 3 rotations. Alabama leading by a couple of tenths over the Georgia Gym Dogs, and LSU sneaking right up, tied with Georgia. And Florida's not far behind. They will be on bars, Kentucky on vault, LSU on beam, and Georgia on floor. And Alabama finding an interesting way to pass the time. The secret word, SEC championship.
Alabama is really a team that is internally motivated. They're not really concerned with what their competitors are doing. They know that if they get their job done, then the reward will be at the end of the tunnel.
And Sarah Patterson has interesting things to say about handling the bye, something that you don't deal with week in and week out.
I think if the meet is really close, I think it is advantageous to be on the floor the last event. Obviously, if one team is far superior than another or the rest of the field, you know, it doesn't hurt you to be on a bye. I do feel like this is going to be a closely contested championship.
Well, the Crimson Tide is inside playing its games in the locker room. Abbey Burns is taking care of business on the balance beam.
This is a key event for LSU. They can be great here, but this is such a mental event, and that is where they've struggled in the past. Abbey has shown some great maturity and consistency. See what she does here, back handspring layout. Just a little off, but she pulled it right up on top.
Abbey had to deal with a lot of nagging injuries early in the season. You wonder if she's rested because of that.
They did rest her through the entire first half of the season. She just recently got back into the all-around lineup, and she's definitely taking care of business, like you said. Wolf jump, back handspring quarter. That's a gym acro, where you do a gymnastics element connected with an acrobatic element. That is a requirement. That is also a requirement, a full turn, and she did it clean. A sheet jump, very difficult jump. You throw your head back and you lose sight of the beam for an instant. It's very focused. The crowd is loud, the music is playing. She needs to be determined here with the dismount, round up double full, and a beautiful landing.
Abbey Burns, a heck of a way to finish up the balance beam routine with a solid stick on the dismount, 9.825 for Burns. So over to the vault and the Kentucky Gym Cats, and a freshman you'll hear plenty of over the coming years, Julia Gore.
Strong event for her, very powerful, handspring front pike. A little stiff on the landing, and she bounced out of it.
Gore 9.75 on her first vault, and she gets a few pointers before heading right back down the runway. We'll take a look at it again.
We saw assistant coach Hajil Mohammed emphasizing the importance of bending your knees, getting your arms out, and absorbing the landing.
How will Gore adjust to that on her second trip down the runway? We'll see.
This year she's been competing the handspring front tuck with a half. She changed it to the pike, and she gets the second landing.
A lot better the second time, a score of 9.825 that will count for the Gym Cats.
It's pretty good. That vault is scored out of a 9.9, the highest possible score you can get, and she got the job done.
More from Gainesville when we return to the SEC Gymnastics Championships. The SEC Gymnastics Championships continue in Gainesville, Florida, and Stacey Wegener is on the beam for the LSU Tigers, the senior out of Marrero, Louisiana, with a heck of a start. Nice way to start things off.
Very unique mount. LSU's been getting things done, definitely. They've been strong on this event as well, and that is so important. Back handspring, layout. Very solid, but came up for a very slight wobble. Switch leap, straddle jump to a straight jump. They're required to have 2 jumps in combination. Quite often they will do 3 to gain extra bonus points. Again, we're looking for 5/10 in bonus. Wolf jump back handspring quarter, very nicely in handstand.
A beam All-American last year, finished 7th at this meet last season in Tuscaloosa. Right now, I think the Tigers thinking more about that team title that's ever so close, more so than the individual championship.
Oh, absolutely. The team title is the most important thing on every athlete's mind. They would give up any all-around, any event title to have that team championship. Back handspring, full twist, and a great routine, big smiles.
9.85 for Stacey Wegener and the LSU Tigers, right where she's competed all season long, her 7th time at 9.85 or better. Over to the floor in the Georgia Gym Dogs and Talya Vexler.
This has been a strong event for Talya. Opening with a whip to a double tuck. Bouncing right up into her lunge position, very solid. When you have a big conference meet like this, it's so interesting to see all the different styles of dance and gymnastics elements throughout the entire meet. Whip half, front layout half, into a sky-high layout, step out. I love that pass. She accents that last salto with incredible height.
A pass like that shows why she's the number 8 floor performer in all the United States.
Talya actually had a rod inserted into her leg last year to help support shin splints. She's recovering very nicely.
The only problem she has is going through metal detectors at the airport, from what I hear.
Taking a deep breath for that last pass. This is so difficult, endurance-wise, and a big double pike, a D-level skill to finish off the routine.
Talya Vexler from Amherst, Massachusetts, puts the Gym Dogs right where they want to be, a 9.90 on her floor routine as she gets the hug from Suzanne.
Boy, you can feel the energy in this arena. Things are definitely heating up.
Trying to make a run with Alabama in the locker room. Krissy Van Fleet on the bars.
Home crowd favorite here, doing a huge pike Jaeger, one of the best in the country right there. Back up to the high bar, and uprise to handstand. So strong on this event. Swinging very intensely. Double layout, small hop on the landing, but a very tight, very good routine.
9.9, her second 9.9 of the night. She also had one on the floor routine, and she gets a hug from Judy Markell, her head coach. Krissy Van Fleet rounding out her career here at the University of Florida. She's got one more event at the O'Connell Center, but that's the next rotation. More of this rotation coming up. Welcome back to the 2000 SEC Gymnastics Championships at the O'Connell Center in Gainesville, Florida. On the vault runway for the University of Kentucky, Kristen Hoeferlin, the senior, leading her squad, one of the best vaulters on this GymCat squad.
Handspring front pike with a half, that's scored out of a 10, but a big deduction on the landing.
We get to talk to Krissy before this meet. 9.775 on her first vault. She's a little bit sad, her last competition with her team, at least, as a Kentucky GymCat.
It's tough being on this Kentucky team and not knowing exactly how far you're going to continue in the season, heading to regionals and hoping to qualify to the nationals. She'll perform the same vault and try to get that landing. They need every 10th. Wow, much better. She had some great height. You saw the mat has been pushed very far back down the landing area.
9.85 on her second vault. She'll take that. You can see a bit of a frown. Her last vault with her team. She does have one more rotation to go. We go to the beam, the balance beam, and Rebecca Lightsey, who likes a dramatic start to her beam routine.
Certainly unique elements add to scores. This is a big night for Rebecca. She is a freshman walk-on at LSU and a tremendous beam performer. But the pressure's on her. She's last up, and they need a hit routine.
Certainly experience is not on her side like it is the other LSU gymnasts. Only her 6th meet to compete in this entire year.
Back handspring layout. Solid right on top. Quiet athlete. Don't hear her speak very often, but her performance tells enough.
She can certainly perform against the big competitors. Against Georgia, one of the top 3 teams in the country, her career high, 9.9 on this event. So she is used to the pressure.
And that was a great night for her because she was performing in Georgia in front of a lot of her hometown friends and former teammates. And so far, so good. She is doing a tremendous job. Teammates are yelling very loudly on the side, and she gets a hit for them.
Rebecca Lightsey, 9.875, hugs all around.
Assistant coach Larissa Libby telling her she is the best, and she did a great job. The team is so proud of her. It all came down to right here, the back handspring layout. She had to hit it, and she was so square.
This is one of the most exciting floor performers you will find anywhere in the country, Georgia's Suzanne Sears.
Suzanne is known throughout the country for her opening pass. It's just outstanding. Very athletic, very difficult combination. I think they should name it after her. Here we go, big concentration. Round off back handspring, double tuck, punch front, and it doesn't stop. More, round off back handspring, double full punch front, and a split jump. Woo.
And that kind of energy just has to show the judges what kind of power that she has, and it carries on throughout the entire event.
That gets the team's adrenaline flowing and the crowds. They just love her. And check out these jumps. Huge split jumps. The judge is looking for a 180-degree split at the peak of the jump, and she goes above and beyond that.
Once she actually has to slow down on the mat and catch her breath.
A well-needed break. Suzanne has only rested once on this event this year. And that's at an away meet. The crowd loves her so much at home, they wouldn't dare pull her out of the lineup. And another big pass, round back handspring, double pike, and she nails it. Absolutely outstanding. This girl can tumble.
She can shoot them down. Suzanne Sears from the University of Georgia gets a big hug from Suzanne Yacklin. Another top performance as the Gym Dogs trying to fight back for first place, trying to take it away from Alabama, and a performance like this can get it done.
Many other coaches wouldn't dare put a difficult pass in the floor team as this one, but she has the athletic ability to pull it off. She is the best tumbler in the nation.
You know exactly what the crowds are cheering for after a performance like that. Oh, they want a 10.
And the Gym Dog crowd that follows them everywhere knows what a 10 performance takes. They didn't quite get it.
9.95 for Suzanne Sears on that performance. Now we look at the 4th rotation scores. Georgia with that 49.3, as strong as they've ever been on the floor. LSU, impressive on the beam, 49.175. Who will pass who in the 5th rotation? It's a 3-way shootout when we come back.